Hi, this is 14-year-old Liam. When I'm not going to high school and getting swirlies from all the bigger kids, I'm listening to Liam's live streams. Someone told me in the future I'll have a wife. No way! Girls are gross. They have cooties.
Hello and welcome to Chatting with Viewers for September 6th, 2025. Sorry, I was singing alternate lyrics to the theme song.
I mean, it has no lyrics in the first place, but you were making them up.
I was adding lyrics that are not appropriate.
It's been a week. What can I say? Short weeks always feel like the longest weeks.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought maybe you had an answer.
I think it's just a psychological, like, oh, it's going to be a short week. It's going to go so fast. And just because of that, then it feels like everything drags.
Yeah.
And it's the week after, or the week of Labor Day. So you do have some schools that are just coming back online for the year, which means things are busier at work.
It's
we'll
been a week.
Leave it there.
Brandon says today is his birthday. Brandon Peters. Hello, Liam. How are you today?
Happy birthday.
Happens to be my birthday. I believe my Super Egg Hunt Plus purchase from like 11 or 12 years ago. Yeah, Michael Johan says Super Egg Hunt is down on your site. What do you mean it's down? Can you be a little more specific as to like describe down?
What, you mean it's not working isn't enough to be able to magically fix it?
No. No,
Come
it's
on.
Not. Stephen Crouch is loving the Ball Bouncer Let's Plays. I want to talk about those in a minute. Nick is here. Hey, Nick. Courtney Barton is here. Hey, Courtney. And thank you so much to Ricky, who donated a super chat. The bot is broken this week. I should have him fixed for the next stream. He's in the bot hospital.
The bot had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, he just didn't want to do it today. He was giving me some issues, so I have to go check his code.
I mean, he does sound very tired and depressed when he is online.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what you mean by it's down.
Can you not download it? When you open it, is it having a problem?
Like, if I go to the Super Egg Hunt page... I can download it, so I don't quite understand, but Werner says, hi, Liam and Alyssa, I hope you're doing well. We are doing good. For those that don't know, we're getting married in 16 days, and you are invited to tune in and watch. I am throwing the link in chat, so please, if you want to, please consider checking that out. But Ball Bouncer, so
the website, before you get into that, the website does have a couple of things to just be aware of. The headings are clickable. They don't say that they're clickable, but you can enter or double tap depending on what device you're using.
Under the headings, the content will change.
And it's under the list of all the headings, right? Yeah. It's not under the individual heading.
No, it's just like at the bottom of the page, like the main content updates.
Yes, depending on which heading is open. So
we didn't design it. It's not what we wanted.
Long story that we don't need to.
But it's what we've got.
Get into.
So
yeah, it was a kind of a turnkey, out of the box solution.
Yeah.
Or off the shelf, rather.
Yeah, I mean it's what we've got. It's how it's going. You know.
And you can RSVP. It will remind you when the event's happening. There's a shopping registry if that's your kind of thing.
And there's a guest book. Please leave a message, or you can do a picture, or you can do a video. The videos are cool because we get to hear your lovely voices.
And if you're one of the folks that says, but I'm blind, I don't know how to shoot video, point it at the wall, point it at the floor. We can't see it. What matters more is the audio.
Tim says that it says that I'm offline. No, we're online. I hope we're online. Yeah, it says 10 viewers.
And you're getting chats in.
Ricky says, hi, Liam, when will you play Ball Bouncer again? So, let's talk about this Ball Bouncer Let's Play. 3 weeks ago, or I guess almost a month ago now, we did a stream and we had talked about, hey, I want to do a Ball Bouncer marathon. And everyone was like, no, that's really a horrible idea. I think there were a couple people that were like, I would love a Ball Bouncer marathon, but most everyone else was like, don't do that. And I tended to agree. I didn't think it was a really good use of my time. I didn't think it was gonna.
Something here. I didn't see. Oh, YouTube did say you went live.
Yeah.
So let me just.
It looks.
I'm
It
gonna
looks
hate
like
this
it's
for a
there.
moment, but I'm gonna make sure it's actually working. Yep, it's working.
Yeah. So, no, we're here. Did I give the wrong link?
Uh-oh.
Let me look. Oh, I did.
Oh.
I did the wrong link.
It's been a week, guys.
Please hold.
Yeah, it's been a week. Work's busy, wedding's coming up, starting to work on the big house clean project because family is coming in for the wedding.
Yeah.
So just a lot of stuff going on.
You
Thank
want to
all
make
for
it
your
not
patience.
look like a bunch of blind people live there.
So yeah, thank you all for your patience.
Yep.
I feel like that's something I've said a lot of this week. Thank you for your patience. And the weather's been cooling down. There's been a little bit of crud going on around here because of the weather.
I've been a little under the weather. I was a little feverish the other week and just...
Yeah, there was a day... Oh gosh, what day was that? Like Monday or Tuesday this week? Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. I ended up like actually taking Motrin because my body hurt and I thought I was coming down with something, and that seemed to help.
James says, "Hi there, your volume is a bit low." Oh, it is? Let's see what's going on. We could do that. Let's try that. See if that's better. I wonder if I did. Oh God. Well, that happened. Okay. Wow, it dropped the entire volume of everything down to 71. There we go. We can bring that back down. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Hopefully it's good now. Raymond's Corner says this week was rough for sure. It was a rough week. It's been a week. Oh, yeah. See, here we go. Yep. There's the view. I was like, we had very few viewers. And I was like, what's going on? And now I fixed it. So now everyone's clicking the link and connecting. This is a really good time to say, if you're not subscribed, man, click subscribe.
Yeah, man. Do it, dude.
Also, when you subscribe, there's a little setting for notifications. I would highly recommend that you click on that and change it from personalized to all notifications. If you don't do this, you're only going to get told about videos and live streams occasionally. And that's no good. Then you miss everything.
And you're not going to get spammed. This channel, as far as I know, isn't, crazy posting multiple videos a day.
One video a day. I mean...
Unless there's like maybe a one-off fluke of like a podcast or something.
Yeah. But you really want to get that because it's going to let you know when stuff is live. Otherwise, you're going to miss it.
So now might be a good time to segue into the ball bouncer thing.
Yes.
A little bit.
So ball bouncer. We had, talked about, okay, we should do ball bouncer. And we had originally talked about doing a marathon. And everyone's like, no. And there were a couple people who were like, yeah. But mainly it was no. So what we opted to do instead was a Let's Play. And I think that's been super successful. And I think people are really enjoying it. Also, my stomach is growling. Can you hear that?
Not yet. I'm sure it'll happen again, and I will.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Tim. Sorry, James. Apparently, your hearing aids almost jumped out of your ears when I cranked the volume back up.
Oh, no.
GamerDude23 says, "Hey, Liam and Alyssa. Hey, GamerDude23. How's it going? What a great name. You must be a dude that games.
No, probably not.
And your favorite number must be 5.
No, he's probably like a dude that does art. Or maybe it's a girl that does art, and her favorite number is 5. So
Yep.
she decided just to throw everybody
To
for a
be
loop.
gamer dude
Yes.
23, just to like, so that like,
Just to be different.
so people don't hit on her.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we joke, but that happens. I used to play things like RS games, and just because I have a female name, I would get all of these people trying to friend request
Hey
me
there,
or, hey, beautiful.
hot. Yeah, hey, beautiful.
And it's like, you don't know anything about me. Can we not do that, please?
You don't know me.
Yeah. Anyone that's watched Rick and Morty, I had to fight it not to go, you don't know me.
Tim boosted. Thank you, Tim, for the boost. But yeah, so the Let's Play's been amazing. So, what we're going to do with the Let's Play is Let's Plays will go up Monday through Friday. What usually happens is on the weekends I record, and I was trying to do more, and it just, this week has been bad because I've been tired.
Yeah, there's been some weeks where you've been able to do one on a weeknight or something, but neither of us have been sleeping very well.
This is what I love to read.
Weather.
So thank you, James. Loving the ball bouncer videos makes me excited to be a patron so I can watch them early. Yes. So if you are a YouTube member or a patron, you can watch these early. Now, unfortunately, if you're a patron, I can't give you YouTube member access. So I'm going to say a thing, and I'm probably shooting myself in the foot. But I'm you know me, I'm honest, right? Like, sometimes to my own detriment. If you want to watch the videos early, and you want to watch them in the same player that you're watching all these things in, and you're like, I like having everything in one place, I would recommend being a YouTube member.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
You know, shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh. Well, I can say shoot myself in the foot.
No, I was just giving you a sound effect.
Pew, pew. James says that's called creepy behavior. Well, I mean, guys are creepy.
Some girls are too. I mean, it's not exclusive to guys.
Gamer Dude says last time I checked, I was a man.
Well, okay.
I'm glad to know that you checked. I hope you didn't check while listening to the stream.
Well, that's all, folks.
All right. Well, we're done. This just got real weird. Werner likes my Let's Play as well. But yeah, so if you want to watch them like in YouTube, be a member. If you want to support me better, be a patron. Patreon gives me a little more back than YouTube does, but YouTube gives you a better experience than Patreon does. Patreon does.
Yeah, there are trade-offs to either, I guess, is the message here. Pick your
yeah,
poison.
I mean, that's just the unfortunateness of where we're at. YouTube and Patreon, I don't think are very good friends. So, like, YouTube will allow Discord roles and stuff, which has nothing to do with Patreon, so I don't know where I was going with that. Tyson says, hi, hope you're doing well. Hey, Tyson, how's it going? But, yeah. And I do want to say that the memberships and the patronage and all that stuff does help. So, we spend, not a lot, but we do spend on things for the channel. So, like, the camera. And obviously I know that this is a blind-centric channel, but we have to have a camera. We have to have our faces.
Microphones.
Yeah. But you have to have eye candy, because otherwise, why? But yeah, the microphone.
Well, microphones, because you use two different ones depending on
the mixer,
the headset to
the
play
headphones,
games. The Orbit player when
the
you
games
did that.
themselves, a BT Speak. So I want to do a series on the BT Speak. I know this kind of already, like, I know Blazy's done YouTube videos. I want to do a series on it, you guys. I want to explore.
He wants to do his own spin.
I want to do my own spin on it. I want to look at some stuff that they haven't done. Can we play games on it? what kind of weird things can we do that Blazy's not going to talk about? Nothing illegal, but like Blazy's not going to talk about playing audio games on the BT Speak. Blazy's not going to talk about some other fun, wacky things you can do. But you know who's going to? I am!
But in order to get a BT Speak...
Yeah. I have to pay $1,200. That's a lot of money. And Blazy hasn't called me and be like, hey, buddy, would you like one? The answer is yes.
And we got bills to pay. We got mouths to feed. Ain't nothing in this world for free.
Super Gamer Dude says, Liam, I think there... Or is it Gamer Dude? Did I just call him Super Gamer Dude? I just upgraded
Sorry,
Gamer Dude.
You're just getting wrecked today.
Well, he was talking about Super Egg Hunt. I think there are people that cheat. Super Egg Hunt. I don't think you can get 223 in a normal... Oh, yeah, you can get 223. 223 is absolutely attainable. How? I don't know, but you can get it. YouTube, Ricky says, I'm a YouTube member. I watched videos early. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. The one annoying thing is Patreon limits videos so you can't do longer ones, which is the game goes on. Yeah. Another argument for being a YouTube member as well. So Patreon will let me do videos up to 200 megs. Now, what I could do is I could downsample them a little bit and they would be fine. That's possible.
Well, and you kind of like doing shorter segments anyway.
Right. I don't want to do stuff like, okay, so...
Don't want to do a 2-hour
people want me
video
to
in
do
one piece.
Stardew Valley. There's been a big push. Do a Stardew Valley series. Those would be longer videos. They'd have to be. But if you're going to do that, like...
And then how are you going to have time to record all of them to have one every day?
I mean, that's where you just take a weekend and you do nothing. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Yeah, maybe you could put Audio Game Manager on there. Tyson says, I would love to see that. Good grief. My browser ended up going to DuckDuckGo for some reason. How weird.
Go.
Thank you, ZAR. Is that Rand? $9.99. I think that's our rands. ZARs are South African rands. How I know that, don't ask. But thank you so much. The bot is not working, so he's not going to read the super chats today. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to read the super chats and say thank you. So it's just as good, I think. I hope. I thought it was good.
It's gonna be. But yeah, what else does this YouTube channel do? Oh yeah, there's a podcast.
Yeah, 404 Site Not Found. And we have a new member of the household.
We sure do.
Thanks to the podcast. So
yeah, it's didn't bring him in here. I also don't know how many people would actually see him if we showed him on screen anyway.
yeah.
We can't have any living pets. That is an unfortunate
So we got
thing.
sent a corpse. No.
No, we did not.
Okay, that's good.
If you... There is a playlist on this channel that's all the podcasts? Or
Yeah.
is there a podcast tab?
Yeah, there's a podcast tab, and
So
it's got 404
you might
Site Not
see
Found.
that the last podcast was called Sir Ducksworth.
Yes, Sir Ducksworth.
And on that podcast episode, we kind of talk about how Sir Ducksworth came to be. He actually kind of got named. We didn't have him at this point, but on the show, we named him Sir Ducksworth and decided we were going to either buy a rubber duck or put one on the registry because the place that we're going just to spend a couple days of relaxation the weekend after the wedding has a giant jacuzzi tub.
So he wanted a rubber duck that could float in the giant jacuzzi tub.
So that we could, like, get a picture, go, look who joined us, you know,
Yeah.
ha ha ha. And somebody listened to it.
And decided
That to go along with a gift that they purchased from the registry.
they would add the rubber duck.
We
And-
didn't know this because, fun fact, so you can set on a registry where you can,
And
somebody can purchase
speak
other
of,
items.
Speak of, Haley says,
here?
hi, friends.
Hi, Haley! Haley purchased Sir Ducksworth.
Sir Ducksworth Quackington the First. And we appreciate you so very much.
We didn't know that was going to be in the package because all that we see is Haley purchased, it was a bag of coffee, which we also appreciate.
Oh, we love our
coffee. We go through a lot of
coffee.
coffee around here.
We love our coffee.
We got one of those Keurig Duo machines that has the K-Cups but also has the regular carafe, which we've been making very generous use of.
Yeah,
as
every
of
time
late.
someone says the word carafe, I think of a giraffe, then I get disappointed that it's not actually a giraffe.
So we saw that Haley purchased the coffee, and then we go to open up the package.
And there was something else in the package.
And I have no context at this point. I'm sitting on the couch, and Liam just starts laughing hysterically. And
Yes.
I'm, for probably about 15-20 seconds, I'm going, what? What's so funny? What's going on? Why are you laughing so much? Let me see. And then he handed me Sir Ducksworth, and I also cackled for the next 5 minutes.
I'm sorry I didn't know to record that. Because the laughter was just amazing.
Was it ever? And then, Haley, I tried to send you an audio messenger on my phone was not playing
And it was
nice.
up there with the laughter from the clip of me reading the thing about the
air mattress game. But
Yeah.
it was both of us.
It was like, it will, if they overinflate, they will explode and kill you.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I was not ready for that.
But this time it was both of us shrieking with laughter over the fact that we got a duck. And it's very floatable, and it's like one of the ones that if you're making bathwater for the baby, you put the ducky in there, it turns white, it lets you know that the bathwater is at the right temperature. So absolutely perfect for what we're doing. And we both have to travel for work in October, so he's going on that trip.
Sir Ducksworth Quackington the First is going with us.
Also in November.
Now, do I bring him? Because we're going at different times.
Yes, unfortunately
Or
we
do
are.
you bring him?
I don't know.
Who gets custody of the duck?
For 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might flip a coin on this one.
All right. Let's flip a coin. So,
Tails.
You want tails?
Sure.
All right. Alexa, flip a coin.
Oh, it didn't flip in here.
Alexa, flip a coin.
Why is it doing that? Let me
Alexa,
hit the button.
flip a coin.
Okay, flipping. It's heads.
All right,
Okay.
I guess you're taking Sir Ducksworth.
All right, so I'm taking Sir Ducksworth.
This is how we resolve.
I'm pretty sure that this is how I determined whether or not to give you the ring or not.
It was a two-headed coin. Joke's on you.
I so should have done that when I was deciding whether, when we got engaged. Because it was a very spur of the moment thing. We had gotten the ring back. And
Yes.
Oh, Michael got heads.
So we set off other people's
Did
too.
we flip yours,
Cool.
or did you just flip it as well? So thank you, Haley. We really appreciate it.
Yes. We'll probably be regaling some of this in a podcast episode.
We'll do a podcast episode recapping this for those that listen to the podcast. But
because people prefer their content in different
I
ways.
think we have some people from work that listen to the podcast as well.
Yes, I actually had a team member this week was like, "Oh, you have a podcast?"
Yeah, I don't know if it's come up in any of our meetings, but I mean, it's not like an earth-shatteringly important podcast. It's not like Changemakers or something. But
Well, and I explained to my entire team, like, hey, you are welcome to listen to this. Understand that it is not like a lot of other blind-centric podcasts.
No, it is not.
It doesn't deal specifically with tech or with other blindness-related issues. It is very random.
I had a great topic for the podcast, and I came up with it when I was laying in bed, and now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, come on.
It was going to be a really good discussion topic, and I don't remember what it was.
And we've had a
anymore.
couple of technical things. We had the washer and dryer demonstration. We had
Yeah.
the Simply Safe
Yeah, we had me
demonstration.
up on a ladder.
Yes.
That was fun.
We just got a ladder.
It's-
Those are a little bit longer episodes, just because. Well, that
Aw,
takes
Haley
time.
says I couldn't resist the surprise. Y'all are the best.
Aw. Yes,
you.
and Haley left us a note with that.
Oh.
There was like, enjoy some rubber ducky fun.
Michael said it flipped mine.
Oh, oops. Yeah, that's the problem, is that people aren't always using headphones, and so we set off their devices too. Well, thank you for playing along, Michael.
Super Gamer Dude says you flipped mine and it went tails.
Well, it was heads 2 out of 3.
And Super Gamer Dude said he's going to change his name to Super Gamer Dude now.
So it was heads 2 out of 3, because
right.
ours and Michael's. So I guess, yep, you're taking him.
Whoa! So Tim says it's sunny here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, but tomorrow we're supposed to get a tropical depression. Hopefully it won't be that bad. Yeah, people don't realize this about Halifax, but they get a lot of tropical weather because they're right on the coast. And I believe, well, they're obviously not the furthest east, because the furthest east you can go is Newfoundland and Labrador. But
Yes. Are those in your cool map books that you picked up?
Yeah. Haley says, I really enjoyed the house tour episode. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And, I don't know if y'all have listened to 404 Sight Not Found, but, if you enjoy it, I'd love to know what you'd like to hear.
Yes, and it is SIGHT. Many people have gotten confused about
and my
this.
favorite is when people go, the website's broken when I visit it.
No, it's not. That's its name.
Yeah, Tim says we're along the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, you sure are.
But yeah, you picked up some cool Braille map books. I don't think we ever talked about that on here.
So the Princeton Braillists made these books ages ago. And
one of them passed away and
and they stopped making
inventory.
them. So National Braille Press got them. And, they're in, what is it,
EBAE, the old Braille.
Yeah, so they're in old Braille. They're not in new Braille.
Yeah, it's like English Braille, whatever.
So they're not in UEB, so they're not even standards correct. Because, by the way, National Braille Press has a rule now that they only do UEB.
But this is like a legacy collection. They couldn't go change it. You can't really erase and rewrite Braille. And they're cool. It's like it's not thermal form.
Yeah, it's thermal form.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is thermal
form. It absolutely is. Yeah.
And they kind of pioneered some of that.
She came up with a lot of the stuff, and one of the cool things that she did was fold-out maps.
Yes.
So, it's the first time I've ever really seen a fold-out.
And these books are selling out like hotcakes.
Yeah, there were 8 of them of the world maps, and I ended up getting the last one. So I got the world maps, and I've got the the U.S. maps.
Ones, I think.
And so they're by region, and they've got topographical maps and stuff too, which is really cool. There's a cool map of the Rockies. They've got they don't have all the state maps. So I love an Oklahoma map. They've only got certain states, but they've done books for Illinois. I think they did Kentucky, which I don't care. Yeah, Raymond. I've written this comment several times. Apparently YouTube has a character limit. Yes, it does. It's off topic, but either of you read the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. I feel it's something you both would like. So, I have read it. Alyssa has been trying to read it.
By the time Alyssa gets done with work, the attention span is...
Yeah.
And that is a series in which, if you're going to spend time with it, you got to dedicate, because you don't want to miss any details.
The stream cheered me up after watching South Africa lose a rugby match today. Who are they playing? I watched a lot of rugby, but I need to get back into it. But yeah, no. I like them. I know that you would like them. It's just, you work all day, and the last thing you want to do is read a book. We started trying to read them together, and then it just didn't really happen. I think we're going to do the audio versions of the Harry Potter books when they come out.
And those are books that I've read, and I've read them multiple times. I know kind of what to expect. And I do a lot of listening all day. So honestly, if I'm going to sit and read a book after work, it's likely going to be in Braille.
Yeah, and you can't read DCC in Braille.
No, there's so much. Well, they don't have it. It's not on Bookshare. It's not on anything, and they're very long books.
And you don't want to. I mean,
because the narrator is
Jeff
so good.
Hayes is the man. So, Why would you do anything else? It just wouldn't make sense.
No, a lot of times after work, I sit down with some clay and make stuff because it gives my hands something to do. It gives me something to focus on that's not technology. And I like technology as much as the next person, but when you do a thing all day, every day...
Oh, they played New Zealand. Oh, yeah, that would do it. Yeah, I could see that. No, I mean, I tend to spend some time with technology, but even I'm kind of just over it after work.
That's
which is why I don't really code much. And then not that I code much at work, although...
You don't code much at work.
No, I mean... I am for a project, but yeah, I'm not really... I'm not an engineer. So sometimes, you know what? When you do what I do, sometimes the lines get a little blurred. You got those blurred lines.
But I think it's like anything. Let's say, you're a server at Steak and Shake. The last thing you want to do when you get home is eat Steak and Shake.
Yeah. I agree. You don't. And that's like, I don't know, I do so much varied stuff.
Yeah, or like, let's say you're a hairstylist. The last thing you want to do when you go home is have your family and friends going, "Oh, can you cut my hair for free?"
They haven't posted yet, but I mean, I can, because it was public, I can say, I did a webinar for the company.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I'm looking to see if they...
If it's up on YouTube yet?
Posted it yet. I don't think so. But I did so we have a product called Code Jumper, and it's designed to help students learn to code. And the original version uses blocks, like they kind of feel like the McNugget buddies. And I can't...
But they've made they've kind of built off of that, and so now there's some cool new things you can do.
I cannot search for anything on YouTube when I start typing. There it goes. It like wanted to suggest other things. I tried typing American Printing House and it was like Supreme Court.
No. That's not even close to the same thing.
Okay, so that's...
Be careful, because when you open their channel, it automatically plays a video.
Yeah. Haha, I got it.
I've learned this.
Well, why? Because I'm... Oh, what did it do there? Okay, that's... Oh, I know why. I went to the wrong page. I went to IRA.
The APH channel will also play a video when you open it.
Only if you're not subscribed, I think. But weirdly enough, I searched for it, and...
Yeah, maybe they just have to get it updated.
Well, no, like, I can't find the channel. I cannot find our channel. I don't know why.
Is it in your subscriptions?
I hate the subscriptions feed.
I'm just saying you could do... Oh, wait. NVDA has a virtual find, right?
Here we go. I found it.
Found the channel or found the webinar?
The channel. What is... Let's see... Videos... I'm told sometimes it takes a little while for stuff to go up. Oh, yeah. No, it hasn't gone up.
Yeah,
so,
there are processes that have to happen.
Tim says, did you spell it correctly?
Yes.
Yeah. I like DCC, but the most recent book is proving hard to get through because of the faction words junk. Yes, so I found that was very hard. I found that the payoff was good, but if you're not into stuff like civilizations, it can be very hard. But it's cool. He does a good job working you through it, and there's good stories. So, the eighth book is interesting. If you like Mario Kart, you're gonna like the eighth book. That's all I could say. But yeah, so for work, I did a webinar. So I guess what I was trying to say is where this all started was, I did a webinar. It was cool. I do lots of random stuff.
Yeah, all of that was just to say, like, at the end of a work day, it's like, I want to do anything that isn't related to what I do at work.
And that's hard. I mean, that can be really hard sometimes, but no, it was cool. I was excited that I got to do it. People seem to enjoy it, I think. So, but the cool thing is, so Tuesday I will have been working here for 1 year, and I'm really excited about that. Honestly, it's cool to be working at a fun place and work with cool people and work on products that make people's lives better.
Agreed.
And you'll notice that I don't talk a lot about work. I know people that do, and if you want to talk about work, I think that's great. I just kind of feel like my work is my work.
Let work stay at work.
I'll never shy away from it. If somebody asks me where I work, what I do, I'm proud. But we make stuff that I can't always talk about.
Yeah, and sometimes it's nice to just leave work at work.
Yeah.
You can enjoy what you do, but when you're not doing that, want to just think and
I
talk
worked
about
for
other things.
The state of Colorado for a year, and you could not talk about what you did for the state of Colorado, and they were very clear on, like, you can't talk about this. Like,
yes, you had to go through a process just to be able to stay on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that I can talk about now. I mean, I can talk about some things now. I still would not talk about other things just because.
No, of course.
It wouldn't be good to talk about other things. I am also not that kind of person. So, yeah, James says that encourages me to pick it up again. The eighth isn't even out yet. No, it's still being written. But yeah, 7 is hard. I'm not gonna lie; it's a hard read. There's a lot of moving parts. Take it a little bit at a time. But I mean, it's the more it's the madcap wackiness that you grew to love. The problem is it's getting bigger and bigger, and I think he realized it. And after book 7, I think he's trying to tone it down, but also make the stakes big. So, when he started the thing, it was on a very small scale, right? Like, this dude goes into a dungeon. You're finding out that, like, smart cat, whatever, reality TV show. But it's gotten to, like, a universal galactic scale. And when you make something grow, it just becomes more complex.
And he probably wasn't expecting all of the attention that it has garnered.
Well, and I think he just wrote it for fun. And was just like, I just want to write this. Before this, he used to do greeting cards. He did a lot of the drawings for, like, the Hallmark greeting cards. That was his thing.
Oh, cool.
So Marco has a good question. Is it hard to get a job as a blind person in the U.S.? So
I think right now it can be hard as any person to get a job in the U.S.
I'm just going to say
there's a lot
it's
going
hard
on.
to get a job in the U.S. In general, I think, obviously, if you're blind, it limits your prospects. So you're not just going to walk into Walmart.
A food service.
Yeah, or food service or anything. So a lot of those jobs that are easy to pick up are very hard you're not doing as a blind person. I see restaurants all the time. We're looking for wait staff. We're looking for,
dishwashers.
back of the house,
table
service.
cleaners.
Yeah, back house service. What do they call that?
Food runners.
I guess that'd be back of the house. So in the industry, you've got front of the house and back of the house. So your front of the house are your
Your host,
Your hostesses, your wait staff,
Yeah.
your cashiers, and then back of the house is your
kitchen staff,
all your fry cooks, your those.
line cooks, your dishwashers.
So, I always hate terms like hard and easy, which I think I've talked about on the channel. To me, when we say something is hard or something is easy, that means different things to different people. Is it hard to get a job in the U.S.? As a blind person, I think it all depends, A, what your qualifications are, B, what job you're looking for. I think if you have a doctorate in something and you're going for a very specific field, maybe it's easier. If you are trying to do something and you don't have specific qualifications, I think it can be harder. I've seen there's this kind of big push, and I'm on both sides of this fence, so I'm going to tread carefully on this fence because the top is barbed and pointy, and I don't want to sit on this fence. But, there's a big thing about, should you have a degree? Or is having a degree not worth it? And
and if you don't have a degree, can you have certifications
so
or experience?
Here's the questions: should you have a degree? Is having a degree worth it, or is having a degree a waste of time? And the answer to that is yes. It's all of the above. And I say that because I believe that having a degree can help you, but there are no guarantees. But I also believe that even if you don't have a degree, you can still have a fulfilling job. You just have to work hard to get it. And you've got to work a lot harder because you don't have the paper that says, hi, look, I have this thing. And unfortunately, a lot of jobs require that. So I was looking at a job to teach, and you had to have a master's degree.
Yeah. To teach AT, by the
To
way,
teach
not like,
assistive
a
technology.
classroom teacher. Because duh.
So there was a state that I wanted to work for because I still wanted to work in that sector. And in order to work for that state, I had to have a master's degree in some related field to teach computers. That's dumb. That's just very dumb. Because I don't believe it's what you know or what you have on paper. I believe it's what you know in your head and how you can teach it.
Can you demonstrate a proficiency to teach it?
Yeah, I think proficiency demonstration is way more important. I know people that have master's level certifications, and I know more than they can.
And you can sit a test.
And
that's great.
I could sit for the test and pass it. I can demonstrate my proficiency is much greater than they have, and they've admitted as much to my face. So, but I also agree that having a degree is good because it's paper, and it says, I have this thing.
I don't have a degree. I got very lucky.
Yeah. But I do believe having a lack of degree can limit your prospects.
I did get a certification of sorts, depending on, who deems it a credible certification, and that may have helped me. It may not have. I don't know.
But you can do it. You can succeed. And there are a few things that you have to do. One of them is you have to think outside the box. And whether that is working for yourself or just finding the right people or knowing somebody, never preclude the importance of knowing somebody. So many jobs are gotten based on who you know. I personally believe I got this job based on who I knew.
Yeah, and they have to be fair, but it does sometimes.
I also think I got this job on who I am, which I hate to say, but I have name recognition, and so I do believe that there were people that went like, we know who he is, and that helped.
But I guess the answer to all this is there's not an easy answer.
No, there's not an easy answer.
There's not a way to say, yes, it's easier, more difficult, harder, tougher.
Yeah. James says it's doubly hard for somebody like me that has only had one job and can't hide the blindness. Well, listen, you're not going to hide the blindness. So let's start there. You will never hide the fact that you are blind. It is going to be a thing that if they don't know it now, they're going to know it later. I will tell you that I got very lucky in 2017 and I worked for a car company and they did not care that I was blind. My supervisor was just like, I don't care.
I do know one person that tried to just not say anything because they didn't want to make a big deal out of it, and they did transcription. And everything came screeching to a halt one day when they were in a work meeting and their screen reader went off, and the boss was like, whose TV's on? What's going on? Yeah. And they were like, oh, yeah, I guess we need to have a talk. And it ended up working out really well for that person. They were able to go train other people in the field. But the truth came out. It's going to.
Yeah, and James does say the barrier to entry does seem very high in my perspective. Yes, I would say entry-level work can be very hard.
And it is for everyone now.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see entry-level jobs that want experience, and it's like, hello?
Yeah.
And that's not exclusive to blindness. No. That is across the board.
Yeah, James says people have to prove themselves, but blind people essentially have to double prove. Yes, this is true.
But also, as hard as this sounds, don't let a thing scare you out of applying.
No.
That's...
Being told no sucks.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts bad.
You are not going to get told no if you don't try. You're not going to get told anything. And you may get told yes, but you will never get told yes if you don't apply. It's kind of like you will never win the lottery unless you play the lottery. Are you going to win it? Probably not, but you will never win it if you don't play. And so my belief has been I'll apply for something with the expectation that I'm probably not going to get it, but if I get it, then that's amazing. I mean, there were definitely, when I was in my applying blitz last year, like, there were definitely a couple things I applied for I didn't even think I had a chance to get. This was one. I didn't think I had a chance. I thought my interview was horrible. I thought I failed it, and it turned out that I didn't.
Yeah, and
I wanted this job very much.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I had a chance to get it.
And you had a variety of interviews with varying levels of success depending on the place and you and the people. And
so Tim says, the thing is there are some employers that are absolutely ableist. Well, this is a hard thing to say, right? But I'm just going to be real for a moment. Like, if I am an employer and I can hire somebody that can see, or I can hire somebody that can't see and is going to need a bunch of accommodations, I need a really good reason to hire that person. I mean, that's just, guys, that's life. And so what you have to do is you have to give them that reason. And you really, so something I was going to say a few minutes ago was one of the things you also have to do as somebody who's blind in the workforce is sell yourself, and sell yourself hard. And I don't mean like on Colfax. Anyone that lives in Denver will get that joke.
We're talking legal here.
Yeah. Legal selling. You have to show somebody why they have to have you. And I can't give you the magic formula for doing that because that's going to come from within you. But you have to be a salesman or saleswoman or saleshuman. And
it's not fun.
It's hard. It's very hard. I definitely, I would say that I've been lucky. I've had a lot of no's. I mean,
so have I.
The car company was an amazing yes. I honestly didn't think I was going to get it. I went to that interview and I was like, why am I even going to this? This is so stupid. But it was working in a call center for a car company. And I got very lucky because the car company owned their own call center. And they were just like, yeah, we have it's a BDI. It's a business development, or is it I forget what they stand for, but they're like business development centers. And they had built their own. It was crazy. Like, they had their own everything. And the guy that ran it was the single nicest human being I've ever met in my life. And he is like the kind of person that we need more of. Joe was the bomb. And he was so cool because when we were doing orientation, normally you speak about yourself. Like, it'll be like, introduce yourself and tell us a fun fact. And he said, no, we're going to do something different. I'm going to introduce you, and I'm going to tell all of you why I hired this person. So he's going around the room saying, like, hi, this is, so-and-so. This is so-and-so. And then he got to me, and he was like, hey, you guys, this is Liam. And Liam is blind. And I was like, oh, I am? That's cool. I forgot. And he's like, but the reason I hired Liam is because of his technical acumen and the fact that he is very well-spoken. We have a lot of issues to iron through, but when we get through those issues, Liam is going to be a rock star at this company. And I got that job because I sold myself. And I came in and said, yeah, you know what, I'm blind. But here is what I bring to the table. This is why you've got to have me. And I didn't say, here's what I bring to the table. Here's why you got to have me. All I did was be myself and just showed what my skills were and showed that I had it. And so you have to do that, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco's got a good point. And this is such an issue now. The problem is some people write their job application with AI without checking anything. You could do that 2 years ago. You can not do that now. I will tell you, because it doesn't matter anymore. When I applied for Colorado, I wrote my whole friggin' thing with ChatGPT. I really did, because you could do it back then.
Yeah, now they have ways to
know.
check those things.
Well, and you can tell. You can just tell.
Yeah, still remember kind of a funny story. I had applied, this was several years ago now, I had applied for a job as a receptionist at a veterinary clinic, because why not? I love animals, and it was like, this could be a thing that, if everything works out right, that I could feasibly do. Because at that point I was just like, anything I can get. And this was during kind of the height of the pandemic, and I walked in there with my guide dog, and the first thing they said was, oh, we're not bringing animals in for appointments. Somebody will come get the dog from your car. And I was like, no, I'm here for an interview.
Yeah. And I mean, I think there are a lot of things that we have to work on. And there's a lot of things that are wrong that people believe, i.e. we're a greater reliability, whatever. And sometimes, I mean, honestly, like, you're going to go to a job interview and you're going to interview, and the interview is going to be a mess because they've got these preconceived notions. And you know what? You don't need them. You don't need that then. There will be something else. But you're going to have 99 nopes before you get the one yes. And that's just the way it works. And it's hard. There is nothing worse than being told no over and over again. It is soul-sucking. It is crushing. But you have to keep at it, because you will never get that yes until you get those 99 nopes.
We also see, and I've noticed this a lot in groups of blind individuals, I may sound like I'm being rude or harsh for a second, but the people that say, well, I don't want to work at like a lighthouse or something. I don't want one of those blind jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, but right now you have no job.
Yeah. And there are, I mean, depending on where you live, you may not have that option. So I get it. Listen, I'll tell you guys, like, and I have no shame. For a year, I worked in a sheltered workshop. And it was a true sheltered workshop. It was not like one of those ability ones.
And it wasn't a lighthouse for the blind.
No, it wasn't like, it was a legit sheltered workshop.
For all disabilities.
And I think most of our people were like Down syndrome. They were very severely disabled. And they paid, I mean, federal minimum. They actually paid sub-federal minimum because it was based on how fast you worked. And I ended up just blowing them away. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you the full $720. And that was actually a good chunk of money. I mean, it wasn't bad. But I had no shame, because you know what? I had no job. And when you don't have anything, there's nothing beneath you. And you're right. I see so many blind people are like, well, that's beneath me. No, it's not. You can't if you're at the bottom. Now, I
if
understand...
you have a geographical, like, you're
Yeah.
not close to one,
I
that
also
makes all the
understand,
sense
'cause,
in the
like,
world. Or you'll have people that, well, when I could see, I used to be an upper level manager.
Yeah.
I don't want to go work at
there
a
are,
place like this.
And I don't know. There's someone that's listening, and I'm not gonna call him out because he might write in, she might write in, they might write in. A human that's tuned in may comment on that, so I'm gonna let, if they want to comment, they're welcome to. If not, I'm not gonna call them out by name. But they had some bad experiences with that, and their experiences were kind of unique to them, from what I know, because I know this person pretty well. But I think they're tuned in. So, yeah, it's not for everybody, but you at least have to try. And it's okay to be like, I tried and it didn't work. But yeah, I do see a lot of people are just like, no, it's beneath me.
Yeah, I will not do that. And have you ever tried? And
Yeah.
it is disheartening when people have negative experiences with that. And I don't want to discount that either.
So, yeah, James wrote in and said, so how come you didn't take the job? So I did take the job. The problem was that I did not live close to the job. So the job was, well, it doesn't matter where the job was because you guys don't know suburban Chicago. But it was about a $25 Uber ride each way.
And there wasn't a great way to get there on transit.
At that point, I didn't have paratransit. And if I had gotten the job today, I would have used RAP and probably paid like $3 or $4. Oh, I hear the tornado siren.
Yeah, they're doing the test.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe a tornado was coming.
I would hope our phones would be.
I mean, it is
screeching at us if they
Oklahoma,
were.
so you just don't know anymore.
You know it's Oklahoma when they do the test every Saturday at noon.
Yeah. Yeah, James also says regarding AI, there's also a very obvious way. Emojis galore. Oh my god, it's so bad with emojis now. Gamer Dude is back. Super Gamer Dude. Thank you guys for talking about this. I'm in the job hunting process.
Good luck to you. Absolutely best of luck. And also have good references when and where you can.
James says, I worked in an Ability One facility for a month shy of 4 years and then realized for the first time what burnout felt like. Oh, yeah. And that has taken me a long time to recover from. Burnout is hard.
Indeed.
I worked for the same company for 8 years. I had very bad burnout. People that know me knew I was not a great person to be around. And it wasn't because I was a horrible human being, because I am. But it was because I was so burnt out and I hated everything. And I didn't want to hate everything. But I was so tired and I was so stressed and I was so done with it that was what I exuded. I gave off the I hate you vibe and I'll kill you. And I didn't feel that way, but I was so frustrated and so done I just wasn't a pleasant human being.
And you can always get a job and still, at like an Ability One and be looking at other options. Just because you have a thing does not mean you have to have that for life.
Yeah.
That was, my first job teaching. I don't know if I would have still been there or left or not if APH hadn't come along. We also thought that I was moving out of the state, so it was like, I'm taking a remote job to set myself up.
You thought you were going to move out of the state, and ultimately you didn't.
Yeah, and I wanted to go there with a job. I did not want to go through the job hunt again because I'd only been working my former for about 6 months, and I got very lucky.
Yeah,
but you can absolutely be working and still have your eyes out there if you're not satisfied with what you're doing.
And you did say, have good references. References are important. Depending on the job that you do, your references will be called. I can confirm this. When I worked for Colorado, all my references were called. I picked very good references that were appropriate to the job I was going for.
And that's the thing, too. Picking people that are appropriate for your situation.
I was going to say, so if you're going for a factory worker, it's less important. They probably won't check your references.
They just want to see that you have some.
Yeah. Now, I was going for an assistive technology instructor. They wanted to see my references. All my references
were people in the field.
Were assistive technology instructors. Several of them were Caddis, actually. One of them actually wrote me a separate letter of accommodation and was like, "This is why you want to hire this guy." So yes, knowing people is good, but again, that goes back to what I said.
Was that B or E?
That was E.
Ah.
No, B didn't write one. E was like, "I'm writing you one, and you're going to send it to your boss." And I'm like, "Well, I can't." And he's like, "No, you're going to send it."
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. I was like, are you serious right now? And he was like, "Yes, you're going to send it." You like what I did there?
Yep.
Okay. I knew you'd get that. No one else will get that but for us. We have our things. But yeah, I mean, listen, the job market's hard. I'm not going to get political here. As I've said, we don't do politics. It's especially hard right now. No matter what side of the fence that you sit on, I don't care. It's hard.
And places are looking for specific like keywords and things.
Yes.
Like you have, not only do you have people applying with AI, but you have AI screen the
You
applications.
gotta beat the computer. That's the new game, is beat the computer.
And that goes for everyone. My mom had a friend, or has a friend, who was an HR professional for like over 10 years, and this person is now door dashing because they're having so much trouble finding another job. They got laid off.
Resumes are important. Cover letters are important. If it's a job that you really want, I highly recommend making a personalized cover letter and or resume. So let's say, for instance, you're going for, I'm going to use a system technology instructor because, well, that makes sense. You want your resume to really hammer home anything you have done with assistive technology.
And your cover letter, because it's supposed to kind of be the preview of here's
and your cover letter
some of the amazing
always,
things you'll see on my resume.
Your cover letter always should be. I honestly have a generic that I would use if it was a job that I didn't really care.
But
that's
you
another
want
thing.
to personalize.
That's
where you
another
can.
thing that helps too, is not caring. And I know that sounds so weird. It's kind of like my don't be afraid to burn yourself.
And you can have multiple resumes. You
Yeah.
may have like a master resume, and depending on what you're going for, you pull different things from that.
But never look at a job and go, "Oh my god, I have to have that job, otherwise the world will end." Look at the job and go, "That fits me. I like it, but it's okay if I don't get it." Which is totally easier said than done, because Alyssa can tell you there was a job that I have the job. The job that I have, I wanted very bad, and I really wanted that job. There was another job that I applied for that I definitely wanted.
and they contacted you.
Didn't think I was going to even be considered, and they wanted me very, very much. I almost took it, but I had a choice, which is rare that you'll ever have a choice. I had 2 offer letters in the same day. That
Crazy how
will
that
not
happens.
normally happen.
Well, you saw me he'll tell you after my APH interview, I did not think there was a chance in hell I was getting that job. I called him crying. I was like, I'm going to have to job hunt while I'm in Colorado, or I'm going to have to contract. Oh my God, it's all over.
Yeah.
And I got the job.
Michael Johan says, would you recommend applying through LinkedIn or reaching out directly? So, it depends what the job is. Some jobs want you to apply through, so a lot of people are using like Paycom or Workday.
Or Indeed. You can apply for things on Indeed.
Yeah, it's rare that I ever see. I mean, I guess it's not implausible.
Well, depends on in the AT field. No, if it was like
Right.
a receptionist job, I saw those on Indeed all the time.
Yeah. So always figure out what the job wants. So if they're like, we want you to apply through this thing, you're going to apply through this thing.
Always check their careers page too,
Yes.
because sometimes that gets updated before LinkedIn.
LinkedIn
If
is
they have a
fine,
careers page.
but don't live or die on LinkedIn. If you know there's a company you're interested in, always check their career page. So let's say maybe you want to work for the Lighthouse, or you want to work for any lighthouse. I'm just going to use them as an example. Even your non-lighthouse lighthouses are lighthouses.
Yeah,
They're all
Exactly.
kind of under the same program.
they just call them different names.
Check their career page. I would also suggest, depending on what it is that you're interested in doing, It does not hurt to also reach out. I'm not going to guarantee it will help you, but it can't hurt you. There was never anything wrong with making a call and going, "Hi, I'm an assistive technology instructor. I'm interested in working at your facility. Do you have any openings? Is there someone that I could talk to?" And you would be surprised the number of times that they will go,
"Yeah, let me get you over to HR."
Let me get
and
you
then HR
over
has
to somebody, or you know what? At the moment, we are not. However, we might be, and we'd love to talk to you. There are places that don't advertise jobs, but sometimes calling and getting on the phone is how you do it. Remember, I talked about being a salesman, hustling. You got to have that hustle, because people like that. Because if you're going to hustle, that means hopefully you're going to hustle at work.
career counseling with Liam.
Yeah, well, I mean, and listen, I am not an expert. I will say if I lost my job tomorrow, well, it'd be weird because it'd be a Sunday. But if I lost my job 2 days from now, I would be scrambling. But I have been through it, and I have been, burned. And so, I'd be okay. It would be scary, but I would do it. Yeah, I'm also looking for a job, and let me tell you, in South Africa, it's hard. I can't even imagine. And unfortunately, if you're a international listener, I cannot be very helpful because I don't know how your countries do things. But I'm just going to say I understand, and, I get it. It also doesn't help to have many resumes in different careers you're interested in. So if one fails or you burn out on one, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's hard though that we can fit a lot of different, honestly. So somebody had asked a while ago, actually, it was Dan had written in earlier and said, "Can you talk about what you do, for a job?" And I'm going to give you a very high level overview of what I do for a job. And you can fill in, you can draw your own, conclusions. I work as a technical quality assurance analyst. And so essentially what I do is analyze quality. All right, thanks for coming. No. Essentially what I do is, let's say we have a product that we make. And if you know anything about
a technical product.
APH.
So it's not going to be like a Braille book.
Right. So let's say we have a technical product. I would say that we have some of those.
Just a few.
Let's say I've got some sitting around my room. If it's technical and we make it, I am testing it to make sure that it lives up to our standards. So I am testing its software. I am testing its hardware. I am not doing drop testing. I'm not doing quality control. But what I am doing is going, hey, we released an update for this. Does it function as expected?
Does everything still work?
Does it work? And if it doesn't work, what's not working? And then I'm writing reports, and I'm sending those off to engineers, and I'm meeting with other teams, and as we talked about earlier, doing webinars. And so I kind of get used to do a lot of different things because of my knowledge and my ability to teach stuff.
And you can take those skills and apply them in many different... So can I. It's like, I provide customer service. I provide technical expertise.
You have written documentation.
So have you.
You've written internal
troubleshooting documentation.
Yeah.
I've provided, some expert one-on-one guidance for individuals needing assistance using our products.
Marco says, I wish there were more people teaching assistive technology here in my country. Hey, I mean, listen, if your country needs an AT, I'll come out and teach.
Where's this person
I
at?
have no idea, actually.
So be careful saying that before you know.
Okay.
I mean, would they be open to remote?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want it to be like Botswana or something, but...
Yeah, say, I don't know the language.
Well, I mean, I will say in 2023, I looked at trying to work for Vision Australia and immigrating just because I was like, that sounds fun. And at the time, there was nothing holding me in the United States. Obviously, that has changed now because.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about APH.
Well, that too.
But no, like, I mean, I would not want to go fly the coop, right? But like, you know, but yeah, so that's essentially a boring description of what I do. The reason that I am not making it less boring is because I don't want to talk about what I work on. You can figure it out. I don't think it's hard to guess. Like I said, if you're familiar with the American Printing House, you're familiar with the stuff that we make. I mean, I've talked about Code Jumper, and you know, I think you can figure it out. I don't think it's hard to imagine.
Yeah, go look at any of our stuff and
Yeah.
probably piece together what both of us work on, really.
Oh, Marco's in Finland. I think I could hockey in Finland. I mean, they don't have the silver tips though.
Well, the one kid went to play.
Yeah,
for the
Nietinen.
juniors.
Julius Nietinen's from Finland. On the tips.
Yeah, so they do have them. They just bring them over here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we import them. Dude, Finland's cool. I will tell you, the Finnish language is hard. I can't even. The only thing I know is Umberlainen, which is hamburger, I believe.
Huh.
But like, their language is so hard.
Love to go into Brahmsmar and go, I like an Umberlainen.
Yeah, Umberlainen.
Oh, what?
I know hockey player names. That's it.
Yeah.
Tuukka Rask, Kari Lehtinen, Julius Nietinen. Also, we are really bad about breaking the Finnish pronunciations of last names. Like, I've heard him call him Kari Lehtinen, and I think it's, or is it Lehtinen? I think it's Lehtinen. We call him Lehtinen, and I think it's Lehtinen. But yeah, we wreck the pronunciations of like all the Finnish players. It's awful. My Finnish friends are like always correct me on the pronunciations of hockey players. And I'm just like, okay, sorry. But yeah, I hope that some of the career stuff is helpful for y'all. There is no, like I said, there's no magic answer. There's no magic word. There's no simple fix.
It's tough. There's no way to sugarcoat
It's going
that.
to take work. And I will tell you, sometimes you're going to have to give. You're going to have to give a little bit. And you will have to give up things that you love. Or you may have to step out of your comfort zone. I'll talk a little bit because I mean, it's been 2 years. Let me tell you the story of 2023. So I was living in Missouri. I'm just going to say that I was not in the greatest of situations, and we're not going to get into that because there's no need to. But the situation that I was in was not ideal, and I was looking at bettering myself. And so a friend of mine had said, hey, I work in Colorado. You should consider doing that. And for those that know me well, you know that I am very homebound. I like my home. I never wanted to leave my home. If I had my way, I'd still be living in the same house that I grew up in. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that. So I had to make a very tough choice to move to Missouri. And I literally just took the things that I owned in like 4 tubs and moved to Missouri in 2022. And so in 2023, a friend of mine was like, hey, yeah, we're looking at, possibly hiring somebody. And I had never really moved other than the Missouri move, and that was a forgettable move. And that whole year was just not the best year ever, but we made it work. Hey, we did a marathon, you guys. We made it work. I mean, we made it happen. But that is to say that I essentially took a job and moved across the country to a place that I had never lived in. Had to find an apartment.
And all this in about 2 weeks, by the way.
Yeah, sight unseen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so... if you listen back to, I think it's June 9th, 2023, we did a chatting with viewers. The chatting with viewers lasted all of 10 minutes because I sounded like I was going to either throw up or pass out. I had been told kind of in a roundabout way that I was going to get hired that day and that I was going to get a phone call. And I was so freaking nervous and was like just terrified. But I had gotten hired and it was really glorious. And so as Alyssa said, yeah, I had to do everything in about 2 weeks. When I had gotten my verbal hiring, so a verbal hiring is different from a written one because...
Yeah, that's where they call you and say, we'd like to offer you the job.
Yeah. The written one, you should get back pretty quickly. Mine took longer due to some stuff that we don't need to talk about here. But let's just say that mine was delayed by 2 weeks. I should have gotten my written on the same day or not too long after that. Probably should have been like on that Monday. I got my written one actually 2 days before I left Missouri because we knew that I was going to have to move. We knew I was going to get the written offer, but I hadn't gotten it till literally I was all packed up and ready to go. But I had to find an apartment, move to that apartment, unpack, settle, learn everything, and then start my job. And I was hired on June 9th. That's when I was given my verbal offer. My first day of work in Colorado was July 10th. It was a Monday. And I did all of that in 4 weeks. It was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. I will tell you, and you guys know me, I'm real. I had panic attacks constantly. I was having like wide awake nightmares. Like I woke up screaming. When I moved, my mom, like bless her heart, flew in, helped me out. I was having like full on panic attacks while she was there. It was horrible, but I made it, and I did it. And let me tell you, I feel like I could go anywhere now and do anything and be okay with it. After going through that. And I felt so good successfully navigating that. And I felt so strong. I feel like I have strength that I didn't have 3 years ago.
And what was funny is after that, of course, we had our interview chat because of the project in August. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to move to a state that I've never been before to start a job. And you were just like, what do you need?
Marco says, I'm one of the few here that know about your channel or have played your game. So I think it's a lot of people here, Marco. But like, there's not a lot of people that don't know me personally. And because, you know, that's personal, right? Like, I have some friends, but like, you guys don't know every facet of my life because you don't need to. But yeah, you went through the move too, right?
So I didn't know you when you did your move
right
at that point, but yeah, I had told you that I'd gotten offered a job in Oklahoma. I had never been to Oklahoma. I was finishing up school. I had more time, I will say. I had...
Yeah, a couple months. Yeah, I mean...
Well, they had to let me finish class, and so I had more time, and I had some support.
So for those that don't
class.
know, I don't know if we told the story on the podcast.
We've told the story here too, I think, but it's been a long time ago. I think it was like
let's do the 30-second
Christmas
version. So you were in a class. You needed to write a report on somebody who was working as an assistive technology instructor.
Yep, power of social media.
You knew some people, but wanted to do the, hey, who do you know?
Yeah, I knew one person that I wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
I had to have two, and I didn't really know who number two was going to be, so I put out a Facebook post like, hey, can anybody... Do I have friends that would be willing to do this, or does anybody know somebody that could do this? Because I had a...
Yeah.
I've cleaned up my Facebook a lot since then, but I had like 700 some people on it, so
Yeah.
somebody was going to know somebody.
So
and I knew
power
that.
of networking, right?
Yes.
You did that networking. Somebody was like, hey, I know this guy named Liam. He just started working in Colorado. You should talk to him.
Yeah. Well, first I didn't get a name, just, yeah, this person started working.
Yeah, you didn't get a name. That was the
That's the
Because how
funny
you had
thing.
gotten a name,
I probably would have just kept scrolling. Which I know sounds like, oh, how could you say that? But at the time, I knew of Liam. I didn't know Liam personally, obviously, but I had my concerns once I figured out who I was actually going to be talking to about this guy's going to be a jerk. And, you know, he's going to think I'm dumb, and then he's going to go, like, laugh at me and tell all of his little friends because he's Mr. Popular. Oh god, I don't want to do this. Obviously that's not really how he is.
I would hope not. Because, I mean, in 16 days, just saying, you know.
But I didn't know, and I've seen,
But we never
people can
met,
be-
right? We didn't know each other before then.
At all.
We had never talked.
No, and we only grew up, like, well, little bit different generation, but not too far from each other. We were in the same state.
Right.
But yeah, didn't know each other, had to do this project, and I realized this is more than 30 seconds.
That's okay. We're not timing it.
Yeah. Ran the interview, just kind of thought, oh, we'll just get this done, because at that point, nobody else had really jumped on yeah, I'll help you. I think I'd had a couple of offers, but at the time I was kind of intrigued about this person was doing a class as well.
Yeah.
And kind of wanted to know how that all factored in, so that's what ended up making me decide to do that. Afterwards, did the kind of cursory, let's stay in touch. Everyone does that. Most of the time it never actually happens. I was hoping this time would be different, but you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Well, clearly it was. We stayed in touch.
And then once we started, being more friends instead of professional acquaintances, I started talking about, I'm moving to a state that I've never been before.
You told me actually that during the interview.
That's right. I think I did say I
you
just
did
got a
tell
job.
Me, and
That's right.
I had told you that I just went through it.
Yes. I was like, I just got hired for a position once I get out of school. I'm excited, I'm nervous, all the things. And then once we started talking more, kind of came if you need anything.
No, I told you that
away?
during the interview. I straight up told you, I'm like, if you ever
you?
need anything, yes. Yeah, I'm like, if you ever have any questions or ever need anything, please reach out. And I think at that point you were just like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever you say.
What else do you say to that? It's like, we don't know each other.
No.
So how is this person I don't know actually going to be of any sort of help? Like, what does that even mean?
Well, I mean, my thing was moral support because, like, I really didn't have anyone that I could talk to about it when I was going through it. And, like, though I think people I knew understood, they didn't understand, And I was navigating a breakup as well during that time. And so, like, not that I really, I mean, you break up because you don't have a support system, right? Like, so it's not like I had the normal support system anyways, but like, it's like I didn't have someone I could go to and be like, I want to talk about my feelings. And so it was hard, and I felt very alone. And even the people that I was working with, like, and that I had met, like, I still, like, I didn't know them super well, so I couldn't be like, I'm sad. I want to talk about me being sad. But that is to say that, like, yeah, I mean, I wanted to be there because I knew what it was like, and it was a hard feeling. And I couldn't tell you then how hard it was because, like, I didn't know you that well. And I didn't want to scare you, but it was scary. I mean, it was like, I legit went through a lot of mental anguish during that move. And I lost my mind for a little bit. I remember, like, I lived on the second floor. I was afraid of the stairs. I was dizzy. I remember I woke up, I think it was like the first day that we had moved in, and like my mom's like, oh, we gotta go downstairs, and I like fucking, pardon my French there, you guys, I lost it.
I just had a moment. I'm like, oh, did that just happen on stream?
I lost it. Like, I just freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fall down the stairs.
That's how you know it's bad, guys.
Yeah.
It's the words are coming out.
I'm high up here. Oh my gosh, I feel dizzy. My brain was my own worst enemy, you know? And
Yeah, I had moved around a lot more, so
Yeah,
I wasn't
you have
as
more
scared in the
experience
same
with that.
way. I made some crappy choices in my much younger adulthood and kind of moved around. I was with friends, I was with family, I was by myself, I was all the things. So I had been to different states, lived in different places, had been on my own before, so I wasn't as scared of that aspect, although I hadn't seen the apartment I was moving into. I kind of had to trust
me
that my
neither.
coworkers knew
yeah,
what
me
was
neither.
up.
I had
Yeah.
never seen it.
And then there was not only am I moving, but I'm starting a job. So it was nice
Well, I
to
remember
have somebody else with the lived experience.
We got to that apartment and went, oh my God, this is not where we think it is. And we thought it was right near the office, and it was like almost at the end. And we were just like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? And one of the things that I always love to say is, how am I going to do this? I'm just going to. I'm going to make it work. And that's something like, that move taught me, you'll make it work. You'll figure it out. You'll use your resources, whatever those resources are. And let me tell you, you will figure out very quickly what those resources are. You will find all the resources. You will pull them together. You will know what you got. You'll figure it out quickly. But that's why I do, like, and a big reason that I'm getting married, and a big reason that I have a relationship that is stable and healthy is I learned strength. I learned to be strong. And I learned my worth, and I learned what I could handle. And I think that's why I'm getting married in 16 days, because I am a much stronger person than I used to be. And I learned that there's pretty much nothing I can't overcome. Sometimes it feels like you can't. I know in 23 or 24, when I was no longer employed, it was a very hard time for me. And obviously you can watch that chatting where we said goodbye to Colorado to understand that. But like,
yes, and
I'm
there was
here.
also, we did an Uno thing right before that too.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh my gosh, she's moving. And we're like, yeah, all the stuff that you heard last week, forget it.
yeah.
Because actually, he's moving.
Yeah, and it was hard, but we did it. And that was scary too, that the entire thing of going, one moment I have this job and
we're 4 days from signing a lease for a place.
for a beautiful house, and then the next moment you're going, so what now? And then 2 weeks later you're going, well, I'm moving to Oklahoma. And sometimes the world does that to you.
Well, it's like, I had the apartment for a few more months, and it was like, this will give us time to regroup, to come up with the next game plan, and ultimately that worked out. And we did a few things in that apartment too. I know we had like the Uno and ramen stream.
We had a chili.
We had a chili one. I think we did we do hash brown casserole or breakfast casserole or something?
We did, yeah. We did some casserole. It wasn't breakfast because of the work that went into it, but I think we did hash brown.
We might have ate it for dinner, but it was like a breakfast.
Yeah, I don't know.
We did one after work. I think that might have been. It was something with potatoes.
I still think that might have been hash brown.
Maybe that was it, because there was definitely
I
something.
think I did a roast one.
Yes, like you had the roast in the crock
I did
pot.
the
so you couldn't
then
really
I made
show
the
that, but
mashed
you made the
potatoes. Yeah, and I would love to do cooking stuff from my kitchen, but my kitchen is not really stream friendly.
No,
because of how it's
thought
built.
on that might be do that as the podcast, because things can be edited down.
Yes. It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, we recently got a blender. Oh, the blender is so much fun.
I hate the blender.
Well, the cutting stuff, yeah, be careful with blender blades, guys.
Yeah, my finger is, my middle finger on my right hand is still messed up. It is not good. And actually, so is my left one, too. My left pointer finger still kind of hurts. The heck, man? So, we've been here a while, and I'm watching the viewer count dip. I think we put you guys to sleep. But I hope
We
you
haven't
take.
done one of these in a while, and I think
hope
it's
you
good.
take something away from today.
And it's probably good we're doing this a little longer because we're going to be gone.
We're going to be gone. So next week, I will be cleaning the house. The week after that, we'll have family coming in. The week after that, we're going on our honeymoon. Our mini moon. It's a 2-day honeymoon.
Yeah. It's at a fairly local place. And, yep, Sir Ducksworth will be hanging out in the jacuzzi.
Heck, if I had known that, I would have made it an extra day. But I'm glad we're doing Friday night through Sunday. So, but yeah, it'll be nice. It'll just be a very nice couple days away. Yeah. So, anyways, I do want to thank you guys for being here. As always, thanks for watching and or listening. Ball Bouncer videos will pick up on Monday. If you are a YouTube member or a patron, you will get them early. You just may get them not as early as you normally would, but I'm going to be kind and I'll empty the hopper. I think that's what I'll do, which means that as I record them, they'll just go up. So you might actually get stuff a little earlier than the public would, but I won't wait to deluge you with videos. So please consider becoming a patron. It helps the channel. That's the kind of stuff that lets us get better equipment. Maybe we could get a camera for the kitchen, but I need something that I can mount up like higher. I think, I don't know, it's gonna have to go up somewhere. So in order to do that, stuff's not free. So if you can help me, I appreciate it.
Yeah, or the BT Speak, guys. BT
Yeah,
Speak.
I want to do BT Speak, man. I really do. I want to do audio games on the BT Speak. And not only do I want to do audio games, I want to make audio games for the BT Speak. Could you imagine having Super Egg Hunt on your BT Speak? What about Brain Station? That'd be cool. But yeah, anyways, that is to say that we're leaving. So, chatting with viewers, we'll see you probably in 3 weeks to a month. I think it's probably going to be a month. And
Yeah,
then,
there may be some podcasts between now and then.
Yep.
There will be some Ball Bouncer.
for sure. Well, we'll see you all later. As always, thanks for watching and or listening. Good night and good corn. And wow, it is 12:30.
So we've been here an hour and a half.
We sure have, and I'm hungry.
Yes.
So we're going to figure out food.
All right.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.